Everybody say hi, Jalen and Claire. Hello. Okay. I was going to have us do, you guys gotta listen. I was gonna have us do section 5 or 6, 7 today, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna backtrack and we're gonna kind of put all together the rules for logs. And you guys have a blank sheet of paper in front of you that looks like this. Okay? There is homework. There's a homework assignment. I'm gonna give you a homework assignment, but we're gonna write notes down on this paper. So this is gonna be a sheet of paper that you're gonna want to keep and make reference to. Okay. The first thing that I want you to do is fold your paper into thirds, like you would fold a letter before you mail it. So you're gonna put a crease right here.
7 out of this. I only got 6 and this thing's impossible.
Okay. You're gonna put a crease there, and you're gonna put a crease. Whoa. Here.
Mine's not gonna be even, but it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine. Okay? Put 2 creases like that in your paper, like that. Okay? All you need is a blank sheet of paper.
7 is a lot.
Okay.
Is that 6?
There is that.
7.
That's 7?
All right? Good? Okay, now, don't draw lines. Don't fold it the other direction yet, because
That's what I did.
like this way. Don't put a line this way at all.
Oh, no, I
Okay?
didn't do that.
Until I tell you, because we're going to separate these into different sections. Okay? So you should just have 2 lines creased that way. All right? Get your pencil out. I'm going to give you stuff to write down. On the top row, we're going to do this one first.
That's a lot of little squares.
Okay? Put a line going up and down just for that first chunk.
Well, I don't want my line to be crooked, so I have to find something straight, otherwise. Oh, it's so. Oh, I need a straight line. Can I have a ruler? I can't draw a straight line. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Okay, there's your 2 titles of your section. Put those 2 at the top. Draw your straight line up and down. Put your 2 sections at the top.
I did it. I drew a straight line. They're not even. They're not even and it's not straight.
That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Just leave it alone. This is not a, yes, that's fine. Put a line right there. Who knew that folding paper was going to be such a deal?
I'm not worried about
All right.
that. I'm worried why it's brown.
Okay. Logs to exponents. Here's your first one. We're going to switch this guy around.
Remember when you were coloring?
Hey.
That's probably.
I
think it's very.
Okay, wait, how many squares?
All right, there's your first problem. Let's go over here.
How many squares?
How many are up there, Alec?
2, but I thought she did like 4.
Just write this down. Okay, logs to exponential functions. This is your first problem. We're going to make him an exponential function. Okay, what's the base going to be? 1/2 to the negative third. I'm going to put parentheses around the 1/2 just so that we're clear on like the 1 and the 2. Equals 8. Does that come out to be legit?
Yes.
2 to the 3rd power is 8, but it has to be negative because it takes that fraction and flips it, right? The right side one is an exponential function. It's 9 to the 1/2 power. What's the 1/2 power mean? What's it mean when you have 9 to the 1/2 is actually saying the, what's the 1/2 power mean?
It's like
You're taking the square root of it.
That's what it is. That's what it is. 1/2 power means the square root, right?
Yeah.
So this says the square root of 9 equals 3. All right, we want to make that into a log. Log, base. Which number goes in the basement?
9.
9 of 3 equals 1/2. That's how you change it to a log.
But that does.
That's it. That's all I want in the first 2 boxes. Okay? Good? Next row. There's your first 2 boxes. Next row, you're going to have 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. It's fine.
That's just gonna bug me for a very long time.
It's fine. I'm going to zoom in, so it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I know. Everyone hates it.
Okay?
I got used
Like
to
3
it.
sections, just like that. Okay, and the titles of these sections are going to be product. They are quotient and power is the last one. These are the rules for logarithms and how you're allowed to move them around. Okay? All right, get those written down and I'll give you your examples. Product, quotient, power.
Power. Huh.
Product, quotient, power.
World.
Okay? Are we good? Are we ready?
That was retarded.
Starting with product.
That was accurate.
What does product mean?
Multiply equals add.
Multiply, and multiply means?
To add.
Add. We're adding logarithms together. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 examples here. I'm going to do one where we're condensing. So I'm going to do a condense problem. And one where we're expanding. Okay? Condense means put together. Expand means tear apart. Okay? So condense, expand. Here's your condense problem. Let's say I have log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 5. Let's say I have that and I want to condense them. I want to put them together.
So it'd be log squared.
Okay?
Or, yeah, log to the second, and then 3 times 5.
So if I put them together, plus means multiply, and what 2 things are you multiplying?
3 and 5.
3 and 5, so it is?
3 plus, times.
Log basement number 2.
Log base 2 of
parentheses,
15. You can go ahead and put those together. 3 times 5 is 15. All right, good? That's a condense. Now I'm going to do an expand, and I'm going to use variables in this one. I'm going to say log base 4 of, let's say, 5x, and I want to break those apart. Okay? Is this a product?
Yeah.
What's the product part of it?
5.
5x. That means 5 times x, right? And I want to break those into 2 separate pieces, okay? And when I break them into 2 pieces, we've got log 4 and log 4, and what goes in between them?
Plus.
Plus, because multiply means add, okay? But log base 4 of 5 and log base 4 of x. That's breaking them apart. That's the product, or that's the product rule for logarithms. Okay? Moving on to quotient. Same type of thing.
It's
Quotient means divide, and divide means subtract. Okay? I'm going to do a condense, and I'm going to do an expand. Okay, this is kind of your little cheat sheet. This is all of the notes that we've done so far, kind of all put on one sheet, okay? So this is kind of your cheat sheet going forward. This is going to help you, okay? Your condense, ready? Log base 3 of, I don't know, let's say 14 minus log base 3 of 2. Okay, minus means divide, and what are you dividing? The 14 divided by 2, so it is 7. That's how you put them together. Okay, log base 3 of 7. That's a condense. Now I'm going to do an expand. So I've got log base, let's do log base 6 of x over y. Hi. Yes, I do. I'm recording for Jalen right now. So do you want to say hi to your daughter? She's I'll give her a blank sheet of paper too.
I was getting ready to go.
Yeah. Trey likes to walk by and knock on the door.
That's kind of funny.
This video is going to be
A mess.
a mess. Right at the beginning
She's
of the
gonna be
video,
so confused.
Mrs. Commenter said be quiet, and as she clicked start, I said, I just stabbed myself. Now she's gonna make me go.
Yes.
So now it's really gonna be your face in the middle of the video, she's gonna hear kids
I haven't worked like that for like 5.5 minutes.
All right, did you guys get this one expanded?
Log base
Expand, break apart. Log base 6 of.
x
Minus?
log base 6 of y.
Now, does it matter what order you put those in? Does the x have to come first?
Yes.
Yes, because it's on the top. Okay, the power. This is what the power does. Let's say I have 3 log base 4 of x.
So the
3
would
log base
go
4 of x.
to the power. Yeah, you know what I mean.
The 3 can go back here. So what does that make? Does it make x to the 3rd or 3x?
X to the 3rd.
Yep, it makes x to the third. So log base 4 of x to the third power, that's what he equals. Okay? Now, in the same way, you can do the reverse, right? Like, let's say I have log base 7 of y to the 5th power. What would that look like?
Then you just move the 5 to the front.
You move the 5 to the front. So 5 log base 7 of y, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay? All right, last row of notes here. Okay?
Just one big thing.
Last row of notes. Nope. These ones are broken into 3 pieces also.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
This is overwhelming.
What, drawing lines?
Yeah.
ah. I can't get my line to draw. There we go.
And it's not. it's
Okay,
just straight
and
lines.
one more. Split this guy into 2 pieces right here. So you got 4 boxes. These 2 are shorter than the other ones though, like
Why
shorter
don't you
concepts.
divide it into 4 pieces? Like into 4 quadrants.
Because these 2 are like little properties. Like the importance of them is proportionate to the area of the box, right?
So, little like you.
Sure.
I hope she didn't hear it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Stop,
you did.
no, go back.
Okay, solve.
What are you doing?
Log
It's
base
off.
2.
That bugs me so much.
I don't care. Log base 2 of 64. Next. Solve. 9 to the x equals 1 over 27. Those are the 2 things that we're going to solve. Okay? These are kind of little properties that we learned kind of at the very, very beginning of logs. And I want to solve them. Okay?
Wait, yeah, I do.
You do remember these?
I kind of don't remember
Kinda.
this. I don't think I was here for this.
Okay, there's this one.
Fine.
All right. Log base 2 of 64. I want to solve that thing. What do you do first? Equals x. We need
Oh,
3
yeah.
pieces, right? Okay, and then make him an exponential function. So the base number is?
2
2?
to the x power equals 64.
Right, 2 to the x power equals 64. Okay? How many times do you take 2 times itself to get 64?
Or not?
6, 5.
6. It is 6. Okay?
Wait, why don't you divide by 2?
Because it's to the x power.
Because it's to the x power. It's not 2 times x.
It's to
Right?
the
That
x
would be
power.
2x equals 64. Right? It's 2 to the x power. Yep. Good question. That's a good question. Okay? Moving on to the next one. This one is strictly just an exponential function. So I have an exponential function equal to another exponential function. And I want to figure out how 9 becomes 1 over 27.
You would.
Times -3.
Okay? Here's my 2 bases that I'm looking at. 9 and 1 over 27.
No, times 3.
What can you make both of them?
1/2.
Both of them can become 3s. 9 becomes 3 to the second power. Okay, then there's still an x. Okay, how many times do I take 3 times itself to give me just 27? Just 27.
3.
3 to the third power, but I want 1 over 27, which means he has to be
Negative.
-3. Okay, now do you remember what you do?
Not really.
Oh, you just kind of like get rid of the 3's.
The 3's cancel out, so this really says like 2x equals
3
-3, right? And then
equals
Divided by.
divide by 2, divide by 2. So x is
-1/2.
-3 over 2 or -1.5, however you want to write it. That's fine. Okay?
3 over 2 is 1/2. Oh, I get it.
Yep. 1.5 or 1 1/2. Okay? That's that guy. All right. 2 things left. 2 basic properties left. Okay? And this has to do with when you have 2 things that are equal to each other. So I'm going to say solve. And in this case, I'm gonna cheat and go up to my one up above because it worked out kind of nice. X 954. Okay. Log base 6 of x plus log base 6 of 9 equals log base 6 of 54. Do that one. And then I'm also going to give you the other one at the same time. And we'll kind of compare the 2 so you know what to do when. Okay. Let me scroll up real quick. Log base 6 of 4 plus... sure. Log base 6 of 4 plus log base 6 of x equals 2. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Both of these have an equal sign. Both of them have logs that we can combine. And we're going to compare the difference between the 2 and how you know what to do. Okay. You got them all written down? When you're doing these, the bases are kind of irrelevant, I guess. I don't know. Just make sure that all of the bases are the same when you're putting them together. They won't ever give you an example, I don't think, where there's two different bases. Okay, here's your equal sign.
These not till the test.
No,
or-
no, I won't. Okay, there's your equal sign. What can we do to simplify this thing on the left side?
You're
Those two. Plus is in between them. Plus means
multiply.
multiply. Okay, what are you multiplying?
X times
X times 9. What does x times 9 look like? 9x. So I combine them together and it makes just log base 6 of 9x. You combine those two together. Okay, equals log base 6 of 54. Cross off logs. Log 6s. Okay, now I could not, don't try to cross off the logs at the very first step, right? You can't cross off all 3 of them to start with, right? You can only cross off 2 logs at a time, okay? So you have to put those 2 on the left side together. You have to put these 2 together before you can start crossing off the logs. Does that make sense? So don't cross them off before you're ready, all right? 9x equals 54, and then divide by 9, x is 6. There we go, okay? Good? All right, let's move on to the other side, and then I'm going to kind of make a note of what the difference between these two is. We still have stuff on the left side that we can put together, right? Yeah. Okay. Separating them is plus, right? So we've got log base 6 of 4x, because plus means multiply, equals 2. Okay, now let's look at the difference between this step and this step right here, right? This one we had a log on both sides, okay? So put a little star right here. When log equals log. On the left side, we had log equal log. What happens when log equals log? Cancel the logs. And then you just solve, right? When log equals log and you have a log on both sides, you cancel the logs, right? But only after he's simplified, right? Yeah. Okay. On here, we don't have a log on both sides. We only have a log on the one side. So what do you do to this thing? Okay, when log equals a number, right? There's a log on one side and a number on the other side. Make an exponential function. Okay, so I'm going to take him and I'm going to make him an EXP, right? Okay, so what's the base of my exponential function? 6 to the second power equals 4x. Okay, now what?
U squared.
36 equals 4x, right? You take 6 to the second power and then divide by 4. What's 36 divided by 4? 9. There you go. Okay, happy with that? Yeah. That basically is all of the rules that we've learned for logs so far. Okay? So far. All right, I'm giving you a homework assignment that looks like this. Okay? It looks like a lot. It's not a whole lot. Okay? On 1 through 16, I'm going to leave this up here, but I'm going to talk this through with you before I give you this paper. 1 through 16, do all of them. Most of this is going to be just switching it around from log to exponential, right? So these ones go by really fast. 1 through 16 go by really fast. Okay? Then from there on, from 17 through 30 on that page is evens, and this page, the whole back side is evens. Okay? If you want some extra practice, you can do some of the odds if you want to try them, whatever. But do at least that. All evens. Okay? What?
Is the bonus really bonus?
The bonus is really bonus, but try to do the evens on the bonus. Okay?
What if I do all of them on the bonus?
Sure. Go for it. Then you'll just get bonus.
And what if I do all of the questions?
Then you'll get bonus.
Okay.
Okay?
Imagine not having a life in order.
There's that. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Everybody say bye, Jalen and Claire.
Adios.